Our last senior speaker this morning will be Jake Miller.
I cried this morning. I wept like a baby. For those of you who know me, this might be surprising, as I'm not the most sentimental person. For those of you who don't, this should also be surprising, because I'm pretty sure I give off that strong, silent type vibe. At 10 o'clock this morning, I found salt water rolling down my face. Of course, I was surfing at 10 o'clock this morning, so this wasn't entirely unexpected. The really peculiar thing happened when I came back ashore, sat down, and looked at the pounding waves. The floodgates opened, the stoicism levees broke, and my juvenile whimpers split the sound of the crashing waves. A worried Good Samaritan walked up, hoping to stem the cries of this man-child. This Good Samaritan asked me, in a tender tone, "Why do you cry, man-child?" Looking for some relief from this flow of emotion, I responded, "To be honest, I don't know." The Good Samaritan leaned down and asked, "Is it because of that onion you're chopping? Is it getting in your eyes?" I thought he was just trying to get in on the pico de gallo I was making. However, when I put the cutting board down, the tears were still flowing. He then asked me, "Well, are they tears of joy? Is it because you've gained something? Is that your newborn daughter you're holding?" I looked down and, sure enough, there was a baby in my arms. I tossed that strange infant aside, but the tears kept flowing. Finally, the Good Samaritan asked, "Have you lost something? Are these tears of loss?" I had an epiphany that moment. It was something in my eyes. There was gain, and there was loss. I realized that the Good Samaritan had been right with all three of his guesses. I do have something in my eyes. Each one of you. All 75 of your faces carved eternally into my memory. I have gained something. The last 4 years at Urban, the memories and stories we've created together, and a home to inhabit every day. And finally, and unfortunately, we are all losing something today. The world we created for ourselves in the last 4 years, or more precisely, 1,393 days. I'm not going to stand here and pretend that these last 1,393 days have been sunny, cheery, or even all satisfying. You may be looking back on the last 4 years with fondness. You may be looking forward with an unparalleled zeal. But we are all losing something today. I've used a metaphor before to sum up my time at Urban. Pulling teeth with plenty of laughing gas. For some of us it was more pulling teeth, and for some of us it was more laughing gas. But we all experienced the same 4 years here, and we all experienced them together. Even if they weren't the best 4 years of your lives, they have made you who you are today. We've all been characters in the same story for our time here at Urban. The same, so to speak, hero's journey. In the hero's journey, the hero first hears the call to adventure, but initially refuses that call. The hero then treks the road of trials, attains his or her ultimate goal, and finally loses the ability to return home. We have all gone through these steps together. Like so many heroes before us, like Gilgamesh, like Odysseus, and like Frodo Baggins, after today, we can never truly return home. 4 years ago, we got the call to adventure, either in the form of an acceptance letter or In my case, a hack into the Urban Network and a forged acceptance letter. Worth it. That first day at Walker Creek Ranch, we had the whole world before us. Countless adventures waiting to unfold. But each of us probably refused the call in one way or another. Either by being an extremely awkward freshman, I guess that's redundant, not being ourselves with our new peers, or pressing the snooze button one too many times and missing the trip altogether. We all walked the road of trials together, witnessed everyone's highs and lows, first essays and first teachers' horrible comments on an essay, self-evaluations and self-evolutions, college acceptances, and romantic projections. But we all walked the road of trials. We persevered, carried by the strength of the relationships in our class. Today, we together accomplished the ultimate boon. The thing we were all thinking when we started 4 years ago. The goal we set for ourselves, those long 1,393 days past, to go to Urban's grad night party. Okay, but seriously, to graduate. To hold that diploma high and cry out resoundingly, "Mom, can you hold this while I talk to people?" Like I said earlier, I'm not a particularly sentimental person. But it has dawned on me in the last few months how much I'm losing today. We may not all feel the same about our time at Urban, but we were all losing the same thing, our home. And with this loss comes the end of our hero's journey. In the journey, the hero can never truly return home because he or she has learned too much. Home is not the place it used to be. It is weighed down by new memories, thoughts, and realizations. This is why I cried. I am truly going to miss each and every one of you. We may not all be the closest friends, but we all shared our time together. We found shelter in each other's presence. You all have become the pillars of my home here at Urban, something which is ending within the hour. We will all, however, take memories of home with us. The awkward frequency of bathroom trips during double C period, the sweat, rain, and the gumption, the biting cold of Joshua Tree, the unbearable heat of Blue Front coffee, and the comfort that we feel passing each other in the halls. The melancholy with which we say goodbye today. These last 4 years have been formative, challenging, awkward, and dizzying, but extremely enjoyable because of you all. I love you all. You are the laughing gas to my tooth extraction, the reason for my tears of joy. 2011, I am not worried about where we will all be in 20 years. You are all so freaking brilliant that you will do whatever you want and be superb at it. I am not worried about us forgetting each other. We are now and forever forged in each other's memories. I am only worried that I cannot thank you enough for the last 4 years. The class of 2011 will go down as an urban legend, a beast so formidable and wonderful that it seems fictional. Like the distant hero of some ancient epic. Thank you. May the force be with you always. I love you all.
Faculty speaker today is selected by the graduates as Clark Weatherspoon, a history teacher.